everyone, Painful Mass here. Um, this video is about morality because that seems to be the hot topic lately. I'm not sure if that's because Sam Harris's new book is coming out or if it just randomly is the next topic in the cycle seems to that everything seems to go through. So this is directed at a very, very specific type of person. And it's about how I think two beliefs or statements seem to be inconsistent with each other. So the first one is entrance into heaven is by faith alone. And I know this is a sort of controversial in the Christian community. I mean, how could it not be? The Bible says that salvation is through faith alone, and it also says salvation is through not faith alone, but also through works. So which one are you to believe? It's hard to know. So this is directed at people who actually believe salvation is by faith alone and not by works. And I won't go into the controversy on this, but I watched a lot of videos on it last night just to brush up, and sort of interesting. I think for the most part it's a Protestant idea. I think Catholics adhere mostly to the faith and works. Anyway, moving on. The second claim is that the world needs religion, and in particular this case, people would probably assume that religion to be Christianity, to avoid chaos and death and destruction and horrible murders happening all the time and people being raped in the streets. And I don't know, I see this all the time in Christian videos. They say, oh, look at what happens to countries that try to be atheists, you know, all this horrible stuff happens. The world would go just, there'd be awfulness all over the place if there were no religion. We need religion to be moral people. And presumably this means people would be moral because they fear going to hell. So there you have it. You have, on the one hand, the entrance into heaven is by faith alone, and on the other hand, religion is what will make people moral. So here's my problem. How can those two possibly go together? Let's just do a thought experiment really fast. If the entire world were saved Christians, every person in the world was converted, and every single person in the world believed that entrance into heaven was by faith alone, no one would have any fear of hell for going out and killing someone or raping someone or anything. And the rest of society would probably say, oh, that person died, they're in a better place because we know they believed. And it doesn't matter what type of person you are. This seems exactly opposite of what the statement that the world needs religion to be moral is saying. But it's the only logical conclusion to come to if entrance into heaven is by faith alone, and what you mean by the world needs religion is that people will fear hell, and that's why they will be moral. So I'd like to hear a response on this. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what is meant by the world needs religion for morality, but I think someone who believes in the faith alone doctrine is going to have a hard time explaining how religion will help the world be more moral.